Hello guys, I'm here to be make aware of you for this language of English grammar and to enhance your confidence level in English language. I'm just trying to make your grammatical knowledge be strong. So if you really interested to know about such special rules with great explanations, so just subscribe our channel and click on the bell icon so that you will get all the notifications which will be uploaded here by me. Okay guys, so let's start with our first rule. So the first rule is subject plus apposition and the verb. Here we see that if the apposition word is used after the subject, apposition word here is Rajendra Prasad and boy, which describe and clarify the subject I and you respectively. So, in such a case, the verb is used only with respect to the subject only, that is I and you. You are getting my point, guys. That is, if the subject is placed and after that there is any appositions of the subject which is the clarifications of the subject, then the verb is placed according to the subject only. That is here I and you in examples. In such a sentence, if we are using the subject on the second place after the apposition, then it will be totally wrong, so don't do this again. Now the second rule is distributive pronouns and the verb. In such case, if there is any distributive pronoun, that is each, everyone, either, neither is used in place of subject, then it uses only a singular verb because it indicates the collection or every one person or thing about the particular person or thing. Where either or neither distributive pronoun is used to talk about the only two person or thing, while the each and every one distributive pronoun is used to talk about the two or more than two things or person. Okay, let's see it's with example. Either of these two views is good. Neither of these two views is good. Each of them has gone. So, in this sentence, it is clear that this distributive pronouns uses only singular verb. Here we have to notice here that when any plural noun or pronoun is placed before such a distributive pronoun, then we will put the verb according to that subject only. For example, we which wish to rise, they each have a problem, where the verb is used according to the we, so wish in a plural form. And on the second sentence, they is in plural noun, so verb is used in a plural form, that is have. Third rule is indefinite pronouns and the verb. If the subject is used in indefinite pronoun, then it uses only singular verb. For example, the indefinite pronouns are one, everyone, anyone, no one, someone, nobody, and somebody, which indicates the person to whom we are totally unknown from them. So, here we use only singular verb with it. Similarly, if we use both many, some and few plural, then it uses plural verb according to such indefinite pronouns. Fourth rule is the number of all. The all is a word that uses in both cases, that is in singular form and in plural form. But here we get the confusions that where we have to use it in singular form and where we will use it in plural form. So the answer is it depends on the meaning of the sentence. If the sentence gives the sense of everything that is in uncountable form, then it uses a singular verb. But if the sentence senses as a countable form, then it uses a plural verb. For example, it will be clearly classified here.